Okay, according to this here thing here, we should be live, hopefully. Okay, are we live? It says we're live. I am alive. Alright. Cool, we got people already in the chat. Hello, Sparkster, Zathras, Jason. Hello, everybody who showed up early. Nice to see you. Hey, everyone. We are live. You want me to give away an 85 Snake Eyes? I only have one 85 Snake Eyes. I don't have an extra one to give away. What I do have extra of is... oops. I got... I know it's not quite an 85 Snake Eyes, but incinerators. Now you could paint these guys black, you know, and just kind of pretend it's Snake Eyes. Hello, Rob M and JoeFan22. Hello, Peter Ang. Hello, Green Yeti. I haven't seen 1917 yet. That's a movie I would like to see soon, but I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers. Let me guess. Germany wins the war. Hello, Armor Magnus. EVGMZ. Hi, Matt Rubin. Hello, Christopher Kelly. Project Dark Corp. Hello. Thanks, everyone, for being here. So, as I stated in my review of incinerators, I mean, it's cutting off the top of my head. I have extra incinerators. I have 4 extra incinerators to give away. Hello, Joe Berg. Valentine Viper. So I just sort of accumulated these without ever intending to like army build incinerators. So on the last half of the show, we will do a little quiz like we did with when I gave away the hammer. And these are the questions. I wrote down the questions, and we'll make a little game out of it. I saw Brandon Knight. Hello, Brandon Knight. Hi, Leah. Hello, Tony Jackson. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and G.I. Joeberg is here too. Cool. And Hebrew from Eternia. Nice to see you. Gaz, Bad Ape. All right, I hope we've gotten everybody. Hello. Yes, oh yeah, Matt Rubin mentions that the new G.I. Joe War on Cobra game is live in the United States now. Hello, MCDJ ACDC. I do have an alliance. It is under HCC788. And then after I formed the alliance, I remembered that, you know, some friends in Canada who have already been playing wanted me to join their alliance. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. Because I want to join my friend's alliance, but I also want to have one for, you know, players who are want to hook up with the HCC alliance. So anyway, yeah, if you have an Android device, I have no idea if it's available on an iPhone or not, but if you have an Android device, the G.I. Joe War on Cobra game is live in the U.S. Hello, Renegade Biker. Have I ever thought about army building different versions of G.I. Joe figures? Yeah, I have a bit. There are some that would be pretty good army builders. But I just haven't done it, mainly because it's expensive, and I'm trying to focus on completing the collection so that I can, you know, get everything reviewed. Hello, Mecha82. War on Cobra Law. So far, I haven't seen any Cobra Law in the game, but I have been playing for a couple days now, and it's been fun. It's been, I haven't gotten enough time to play it very much, but I've played it a little bit. Yes, Brian, Lowlight123. I think I did see you in the Alliance. Nice to see you here. Hello, Cobra Island. In Bob's Dungeon. Solid 12345. Howdy doody. Oh, Joe Berger's fighting a cold. I'm sorry. But going home on Thursday. That must be nice. It's been quite a journey. War on the Game Master. So just to remind everybody, and for anybody who just came in, hello, Adam Verwolf. That I will be giving away my extra incinerators, and these are just loose figures. I don't have accessories for these guys. It's just some bare incinerators, and they're not all in perfect. They're not all in perfect shape. Like one of these guys, busted crotch on that guy. But hey, they're free, right? They are free. So we'll have a little bit of fun with it. I mean, I could just give them away at random, but why not have a little bit of fun, and we'll do a quiz and give them away that way. So I've got 4 questions on this piece of paper that I'm going to ask, and they are all trivia questions about this channel, not about G.I. Joe. I did this with the hammer. When I gave that away, I asked questions about this channel to see, who remembers, who remembers the history of this channel. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hello, Sean Beckett. Hello, John. Howdy do. Crimson Entertainment, nice to see you. So we'll do that in the last half hour of the show. All right, let's we'll wind up to it. We'll work up to it. Hello, Dustin Cordish. You made it. Hello, Kaylee Matthew Commendador. Pepperidge Farm remembers. So Incinerator. That was the most recent video. And it probably, we've come down a little bit after reviewing something big. The G.I. Joe headquarters review got a lot of attention. This one is not getting as much attention, but that's expected, right? I mean, not every review can be, a headquarters. Not every review can be Snake Eyes. So we got to review Incinerator too, and it's not that there's anything wrong with Incinerator. Lots of people like Incinerator. It's just that it's perhaps not so well known. So it just doesn't get enough, or it doesn't get as much attention. But that's all right. That's all right. It was still fun to do. And where's that? Where did I put the? So much clutter. Oh, here it is. Here. So, yeah. Several things that I've foot pegs. Several things that I've purchased recently for the channel, specifically for review. It includes a clown nose, and this is supposed to have a squeaker, but it doesn't work. And a pair of overalls. Yes, the balls of fire. They are great. The Cobra version of Ice Cream Soldier. Well, in a way, sort of. He's kind of like that. And I didn't mention Ice Cream Soldier in that review. I guess I could have, but I didn't go. I didn't look at like all G.I. Joe flamethrowers or anybody who even had that any kind of flamethrower weapon. I didn't quite go that far into it, but anyway. Green Yeti does not like clown noses. Really? Because I was going to send this to you. I got no use for this. Is a one-time use prop. One-time use costume. So yeah, now what am I going to do with this? I don't go to any more than 1 or 2 parties a year in which a clown nose would be appropriate. So what am I going to do with it? Ryan says, hello from Burton, Michigan, USA. Hello, Burton, Michigan, USA from the USA. Do a Sergeant Slaughter slam on him. Be careful. Sergeant Slaughter will be at Joe Fest along with Larry. So I don't know. Slaughter is still a pretty big guy. Bad Ape says clowns scare my alternate identity. Hello, Crash Diet Kathy. Good evening. Crash Diet Kathy, of course, is my sister-in-law, who I believe will be going to Joe Fest with us. So hey, Green Yeti, if you make it to Joe Fest again, you ought to have a chance to meet Crash Diet Kathy in person. Attack of the Killer Space Clowns. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That was an entertaining B movie. It was. Anyway, I had to go to costume shop and pick up one clown nose so I could wear it on camera for about 20 seconds. But this is just what we do to produce a top-notch show. Hello, Painted Plastic. Nice to see you. Yeah, you got here just in time. See, here. Look. Oh, no, I didn't break it, did I? No, it's fine. It's all right. How can you break a clown nose? They're indestructible. Anyway, look. So... You see the resemblance? This would be my Incinerators cosplay. I've started my Incinerators cosplay here. Kaylee Matthew Commendador says, any random thoughts on Leonard's Alien toy line released lately? I don't have them, but I've seen a couple other people's reviews of them. They look pretty cool. And they look like they could be used for customization purposes. So lots of custom fodder there. Hello, Tony Jackson. Honker Coco. I like that. I'm going to change the channel name. We're... What's up? How you doing? I was just wearing a clown nose. That's how I'm doing. Incinerators. I had a feeling that a few people would disagree with my assessment. I know a lot of people like incinerators. In fact, we're going to be reviewing some of these, I call 1991 to 1994 like early to late 90s, even though 94 was still early to mid 90s, but because like in my mind 94 was the end of the line, so in my mind 94 is late in the 90s. But we're going to be looking at some of those Cobra Troopers between 91 and 94. And they have fans. I know that. I know they have fans, and I don't want to, insult anybody, and I don't want to cause problems. I don't want to say anything bad about a figure that somebody likes, but I do have to review the figure, and I have to use my own criteria. So, to me, we've got it's peculiar looking to me. So But anyway, if you love it so much, stick around to the last half of the show and win one. Mike Layton says, my wife Susanna is listening. She says hi from Michigan. Hello, Susanna from Michigan, from the United States. That didn't come out right. Hello, Susanna, in Michigan, from the United States. Welcome to America. And thanks for listening. All right, you guys are typing too fast. I can't read that fast. But, wow, you guys are going really fast. Bob's Dungeon says, my brother had an incinerator figure. Did he like it? I don't know. I mean, I don't like. I don't necessarily have a huge problem with the colors. This is a Cobra figure, after all. So, Cobra gets a little bit of a pass on the crazy bright figures. But, yeah, I mean, I've had more of a chance to look around at these guys even more than before I reviewed them, and I still kind of feel the same way about it. But we'll be giving these away. That'll be fun times. I will explain the rules when we get to the last half of the show. Oh, hey, Hebro from Eternia sends a super chat. It says, you could be in it, Chapter 3, just saying. I think I missed something, but thank you for the super chat. Thank you for that. I you know what? Let me into Chapter 3, unless Chapter 3 is some part of the bankruptcy statute, in which case I don't want a Chapter 3. I don't want any of the chapters. Jay says, hello from the Bronx. Hello, Bronx from the United States. Yeah, we're... the movie It. Oh, It. Okay, all right. I think I'm getting it now. Oh, and KJ sends a super chat, says, have you started collecting Action Man? Been watching Analog Toys. Analog Toys does a great job with Action Man and Action Force. I will probably never be on that level of a collector of UK style Joe's Action Man and Action Force. He is the master. But I've got a few. Most of the ones that I've had have been donated, which I really appreciate. I don't actively collect international toys, so I'm not like actively going out and trying to acquire them. But yes, Kathy, I know my limits. Hello, SEO Toy Review. Nice to see you. SEO Toy Review, another excellent toy review channel on YouTube. So yeah, I'm not actively collecting them, but I'm interested in them, and I'm particularly interested in the history of Action Man and Action Force. That I'm even more interested in that than in collecting the toys. Tony Jackson says Tony's voice is so damn soothing. Are you talking about your own voice, Tony? Are you saying your own voice is soothing? I'm just kidding. I know you're talking about Analog Toys. Yeah. Hello, Mezzed Up One. Yeah. So we did Incinerator. Now, for anyone who has been paying attention, you know that... Oh, Adam Verwolf sent a super chat. Thank you very much, Adam. Adam Airwolf. And there's What's on Joe Mind. Okay, that's the other thing I was going to say. All right, hang on a second. 1 second. You guys are going too fast. Let me complete a thought. So anybody who's paying attention knows that we did a Patreon poll to decide what will be reviewed next. So, and all of the options were 90s figures, right? So we're going to be doing another 90s figure this coming Sunday. But after that, I promise we're going to do something from the 80s, right? It's going to be mostly 90s toys this year, but we're going to break it up. We're going to do 80s a little bit. We got something from the 80s coming up soon. Hebrew, another super chat, says, I have the 2001 HQ with fake rock and roll. Love to view. Thank you. And that 2001 version of the headquarters with some certain color changes, I think it looks really good. And I know that a lot of 80s fans are not going to dig a lot of the orange on the 92 headquarters, but I keep telling you guys, check out the 2001 version. Jack Laura says, do you consider the mail-aways as important as the base series? I didn't as a kid. Now I'm focused on collecting them a lot more because, they're rarer and I have to go after them. Okay, first thing I want to say, since Jack is here, Jack Loera recently donated a new camera to the channel. So the channel now has a 4K camera. And so for those of you with 4K devices, you should start seeing some videos coming up in 4K. That means you get to see this face in 4K. So right now I am training myself how to use the camera. It's a new device. I've gone through the manual and everything. I've shot some test video and stuff like that. But I wanted to, while I had a chance, publicly thank Jack for that. It was very, very generous, very much appreciated, and not something that anyone should ever feel like they are obligated to do. But because of Jack, you'll be getting some 4K in the near future. Yeah. Another, and Crash Diet Kathy says, holy carp, that is awesome. Yes, quite the big fish. And Jack, you monster. Now, the other thing I wanted to say before we get to the giveaway section of the show is What's on Joe Mind, who is also in the chat right now, recently had me on the show. So the most recent episode of What's on Joe Mind, if anyone cares to check it out, I would ask that you give it a listen because they were kind enough to have me in the show. So thank you, What's on Joe Mind, for that. And I did share the video when it came up, when it was first posted, but I want to share it again because it was kind of like late in the evening, so I want to share it when I think more people will see it. And John sends a super chat. I'm not ignoring you, John. Fist bump. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. Episode 120. That's the one. It should be the most recent one that What's on Joe Mind has posted on the Facebook and the Twitter and everywhere else that they post it. So please check that out. I am a big fan of What's on Joe Mind. I have been for years and years. So for G.I. Joe fans, I think that's a fantastic resource. And, listen to the new episodes. Listen to every episode that comes out. Also, go through their back catalog, and just check out some of the interviews that they've had. It's just phenomenal. You can get a lot of the history of G.I. Joe from that show. So I can't say enough about what they do. So please check out What's on Joe Mind, or WOJM, and listen to their new shows. Also check out their back catalog. By the way, Mike from What's on Joe Mind, the whole time I was recording that podcast, I was just kind of, I was playing with my nose. It was just kind of here, It's a silly thing, but it's actually kind of fun. It's like it's like a stress ball. Hey, it does squeak. Hey, the squeaker works. Cobra Island says, hey, I'm reviewing your favorite figure February. Quick Hick, awesome. And there's Comic Tropes with another super chat. Hello, Comic Tropes. Another excellent show if you like comic books. Great comic book analysis. So make sure you check out Comic Tropes. And hey, we may have something coming from Comic Tropes around here sometime. Don't want to give anything away, but it's possible. It can happen. Creepy fanboys from Loser Town. Yeah, so don't try to get on the creepy fanboys from Loser Town segment, okay? That's not something to attain. Yes, Yeah, I was just kind of picking at my nose here. But well, it was working a second ago. Hey, there we go. I'm quite relieved that the squeaker works. Brandon says the Dreadnought vehicles from Sears are really expensive. Yes, they are, because they are really rare. I've mentioned in the Q&A that I probably only have maybe a third of the line left to collect, but that last third is the hardest to collect because things like those Sears exclusives are among them. It's hard to get your hands on the Sears exclusive Dreadnought sets. That's going to be a challenge. So yeah, like in absolute numbers, I only have about a third of the line left to collect, but that's a tough third. That's the hardest third. That's why it's saved for last. So yeah, we'll be looking at those, but I'm not looking at them right now. So yeah, Clown Nose doubles as a stress ball. This one I'll bring to work. So when I'm in court and I'm stressed out, I can be like, pardon me, Judge, I just had to let out a little bit of stress. I'm feeling better now, thank you. Yeah, so hey, we're almost at the last half of the hour, so we'll start the giveaway pretty soon. But I hope I've thanked everybody who I need to thank. KJ says, am I still an attorney? I am for now, anyway. Unless you've heard something different. Tell Lexi to pick your nose at the... I'm sure that she would find that highly amusing. Look, I'm already the weird one at the office, okay? Don't make it worse for me. Clown Nose, Cobra, or Joe. The Clown Nose is definitely Cobra, see? It's the inspiration. Get disbarred for using the squeaker in the courtroom. Well, at least it would be an interesting reason. Like, if I'm going to get disbarred, then I want it to be for something that people will write about, right? Of course, I'd rather not get disbarred, but if I had to be, let's make it something epic. Kathy says, so Susan and I have a surprise for everyone at Joe Fest. All those folks have to show up. Okay, so, and I don't know what the surprise is, so we'll all be a surprise. So make sure you show. Yes, nice nose picking. Yeah. Honker Coco. Yeah, that's my new evening TV drama. Yeah, as we get closer to Joe Fest, I'll start more heavily promoting it. I do want to encourage people to come out. It's a great opportunity, and one of my only opportunities to actually meet people in person. And that's my favorite thing. And that was my favorite thing about Joe Fest last year was getting to meet so many people. So I will encourage everyone to come out. It's in Augusta, Georgia. It is at the end of June. So it will be right before the next Cobra Convergence. And before you ask any questions about Cobra Convergence, still very early in the planning stage. Very early. So I have no answers right now. Lawyer gets kicked out for being a clown. We'd all be kicked out. Doug says, purchased airfare, have hotel reservation, have tickets. Yes, excellent, cool, Doug. You will. I'll have to catch up with you when you're there. Yes, have to book hotel ASAP, especially if you want to stay in the Con Hotel, you got to jump on it. Yes, Cobra Convergence, those, who have been involved in it before, we are talking about it and trying to figure a few things out, but very little is figured out right now because it's January and we got a little bit of time. Not renting out my Jeep as an Airbnb. All right, well, fine. That's where I was going to stay. Okay, so hey, it's 7:30. It's 7:30. So let's do this. Let's give away 1, 2, 3, 4 incinerators. Only one per winner, okay? So if you win one, then you don't get to win another one, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask questions. I have 4 trivia questions about the history of this channel. Yes, so much orange. And I'm going to do it just the same way I did the hammer quiz, right? So the first person to have the correct answer in the chat will win, okay? Now, if you're going to participate and if you're going to try to win, then you have to be willing to send me your address so I can send this to you, okay? If I don't get your address, then I can't send it out. And you'll have to email me the address. Do not put your address in the chat. I want to repeat that. Do not put your address in the chat. Email it to me. I'll give you the email address in a minute. But yeah, so that's how we're going to do it. It's very unscientific, probably totally unfair, right? But I want to give these away. I could just give them away at random, but it's more fun to give people a chance to win. And I know that it's unfair, all right? I know it's unfair because some people will have lag. So you type it in and you hit enter, but I don't see it right away. And then other people maybe can't type fast enough to get it out up there, or whatever. So there's all kinds of reasons why it's not fair. But we're gonna try anyway. And if anybody has a huge problem with the rules, then we'll just never do it again. Then everybody can be happy. But yeah, so we're gonna have some fun, hopefully. I've got 4 questions, and the questions are not about G.I. Joe. The questions are entirely about this channel. So if you've been around, you might know the answers. If you haven't been around, then you can try to look them up. I'm not going to prohibit anyone from just trying to look up the answers, right? If you really want to Google it or whatever, or go through the back catalog, if you think you can do that faster than somebody can just think of the answer and type it, go for it. If your Google foo is that strong, then I'll give you the win for that. It's just the first correct answer I see in the chat wins. It's that simple. So, do we understand? Are we ready? I'm ready. Nice try, G.I. Gary. I get that. So, April says, I like the Phantom X19. Me too. Yes, internet connection is the other half. All right, I'm gonna ask the first question. The first question, I think, is a pretty easy one. It's a one-word answer, okay? That's a one-word answer. All right, are we ready? Everybody paying attention? Here we go. Wait, which one are we going to give away? We're going to give away this one. This one will be the first one given away. This one, is this the one with... I think one of these guys has like a slightly discolored head. No, it's not that one. This one, this guy just, he's got a really loose... I'm not replacing any O-rings. Sorry, you're going to have to do that yourself. So, all right. This is for this incinerator. And the question is, in what month does this channel celebrate its anniversary? In what month of the year does this channel celebrate its anniversary? Go. Let's see who knows. In what month does this channel celebrate its anniversary? First correct answer is G.I. Joe Fan 82, which is April. G.I. Joe Fan 82, April. John Carling, you were so close. You're so close. But G.I. Joe Fan, let me write down. Oh, I got this right here. Let's see. That was G.I. Joe Fan. All right. And let's see. So what you will do if you're a winner, and we're on the honor system here, right? If I think somebody is emailing me their address and it's not the real winner, then I'm not going to send it out unless I'm pretty sure it's the real winner. So let's see. Putting the email address in now. Make sure that's right. Yes. Okay. So email your address to that email address, and I will send this out. I wrote your screen name on a card, and I'm going to put this in an envelope so I know who that goes to. Well done. Well done. That was pretty good. This one, the next one, I think will be a little harder. A little harder. And for this next one, since this is one that you might be able to Google or look up, I'm going to be looking for the full answer. All right. It's a longer answer, so you're going to have to type out the whole thing. All right. This one's got to be complete. All right. Okay. And this will be the incinerator. Just as this incinerator is incomplete, your answer will have to be complete. Hello, Rezakai. Nice to see you. See you later, April. Thanks for stopping by. This one's actually pretty solid. You know, it's got a good O-ring. He's got his crotch cam. Let's see. There may be some scratches on the face. The lighting in here isn't too good, but overall, pretty good figure. Overall, pretty good. Okay. Now, this one's going to be tougher because even if you know the answer is much longer. You may have to look it up anyway to get the full answer. Rezkai says, got my scripts from Christy Marks. That's awesome. That's awesome. And for those who you don't, I won't go into it right now, but that's really cool. Demonetized. That's the story of my life. Demonetized. Okay, question 2. Are we ready? Question 2. And you have to type the whole thing. I won't care about punctuation or anything like that. But it's got to be the whole answer, all of the words, okay? Question 2 is, what is the name of the first video uploaded on this channel? It's not a review, not the first review. What is the full name of the first video uploaded on this channel? Green Yeti is incorrect. That's not it. The whole answer. That's right, Midnight Range. The full name of the first video. Green Yeti is close, but that's not the full name. Full name of the first video. G.I. Joe Fan 22 already. Oh, there we go. Doug wins. Doug is the first one who actually got the whole thing. Sorry, Green Yeti. You had a partial answer. But Doug Dello gets it. Where's my little card? Doug. All right, I got you. Now, if you would please also send your address to that same email address. I can put it up again if you need it. There we go. Well done. See, that actually went faster than I thought. You guys are fast. Yeah, that video was part of Yeah, precious little hatchling cobra. That video was part of this idea of a storyline that I wanted to do with the action figures, and that's was my original plan for the channel before I did reviews. But that's what we tried out first. Snot Viper. Thanks, Trek Reviewer. Leader of Nose Patrol. Yes. Would have looked something like that. I was robbed at Gmail. Hey, we're trying to be as fair as we can, but there is some built-in unfairness to the game, admittedly. So Doug, but now G.I. Joe Fan 22 and Doug, they are now disqualified. They can only win one. That was pretty good, though. That was pretty good. A couple of you guys got partial answers really fast. I was very impressed. But that one required the whole answer. This next one should be fairly easy, too, okay? The next one, I don't think will be too hard. And which one are we doing? We're doing this one, which is another fairly solid figure. This one, I guess I'm saving Broken Crotch figure for last. His head, this guy's head, hold on. One of these guys, the head is slightly discolored. Oh, yeah. Broken Crotch guy also has a slightly discolored head. But no, this guy's fairly solid. Got his thumbs, got his crotch. Let's see, no major scratches on the face that I can tell. But anyway, pretty solid figure. So this one is the next one. See, this is what we give away here. Prizes that honestly aren't worth very much. But it's all about the fun, right? The fun is in playing the game. Okay. All right. You ready? Okay. It's time to ask the next question, and I am asking the next question now. Question 3 is... What was the first review for the first Cobra month? That's not Cobra Convergence, the first Cobra month. That was in 2015. What was the first review for the first Cobra month back in 2015? Not referring to Cobra Convergence, but to the first Cobra month. Not yet. No, you guys are thinking Cobra Convergence. Got to go back farther than that. Before Cobra Convergence existed. You're guessing, but one of you might guess right. 2000. Yes, that's the answer. Plug the damn show. No, Peter Ang gets it. Peter Ang is correct. It was the Baroness. Peter Ang, well done, sir. Writing your name on here. And I'm putting your incinerator in this here envelope here, so I don't lose it or get it mixed up with the others. Sorry, SEO Toy Review got the answer a little too late. Sorry for everyone who may be lagging, but them's the breaks. Completely unfair game, and YouTube should probably just shut down my channel. Yeah. But that's before Cobra Convergence. The year before Cobra Convergence, I did Cobra Month, right? And it was like the second year I was doing the show. Because I had just done a bunch of G.I. Joe, like all in a row, and it had been a while since I had looked at anything from Cobra. So I decided just, for the hell of it, for July, I would just do all Cobra. All right? So... Cobra Month. That's how I got started, right? And it was the following year that I asked Form BX257 and Timmer if they wanted to do something together, and that's how Cobra Convergence was born. But before there was Cobra Convergence, there was Cobra Month, and the first review that I did was the Baroness. Yes. Now, that's a review that I probably ought to redo at some point. that was pretty early in the channel's history. You know, I hadn't quite developed my style yet, so that's, you know, I could probably take a crack at that again sometime. So I might try. Sorry, I might try doing the Baroness one more time. You know, I've done the Baroness before, but I don't think I necessarily did her as well as I could. But so maybe I'll do the Baroness again. But yeah, there you go. That's question 3. And that brings us to the final incinerator. Not the final countdown, but the final incinerator. And this guy's pretty rough. We got no crotch. He does have his thumbs, if you can see that. He's got his thumbs. His head is kind of greenish, a little bit discolored. His knees are totally loose. His O-ring is actually pretty decent. The O-ring is all right. But nonetheless, this is the roughest one. But it could be yours. It could be yours if the answer is right. Redo or reboot? I don't know. So the next question, we're going through these pretty fast. Doing pretty good. But one more. We got one more to go, okay? The last question is about a collaboration that I did. I have worked with other folks here on the YouTube, and I've collaborated with a couple people. So if you remember the collaborations, then you should get this answer. But you do have to go a little farther back. You know, it's not a recent one. Not a recent one. You got to know your history. Who has 2 thumbs and no crotch? That's very good, Rob. Thank you. So yeah, here we go. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, last question. You look ready. I think you all look ready. Let's see if you remember this collaboration. Question 4 is, in what review did I first team up with JoeFan82? In what review did I first team up with the YouTube creator JoeFan82? Who remembers? JoeFan82 and I teamed up to review which figure? The first one. Cobra Island has it. Cobra Island has it. Sci-fi. You guys know your stuff. Cobra Island gets it. Writing your name on here. And I am putting your... That's well done. Well done. Putting your crotchless incinerator Lion-O. It's too late now. They got the answer already. But that is correct. It was after the first Cobra Convergence. And I do like JoeFan82. He's a really cool guy. Fun to work with. But yeah, we teamed up. We did sci-fi, right? And I reviewed the vintage figure, and he reviewed the modern equivalent of Sci-Fi version 1. We did kind of a Back to the Future theme. We had fun with it. I know not a lot. I mean, some people don't like the comedy and the skits and stuff. And if you don't like that, well, sorry, but that's part of the fun for me. So that's why I keep doing it anyway. So, but yes. Yes, Leah wanted the crotchless weirdo. And Renegade Biker, I know I've seen at least some of your videos, but I haven't. I'm behind on everything. I know I say that every week, but it's still the truth. Anybody who sent me messages recently knows that I'm behind on everything. And this week is going to be a really busy week at work. That's just a reality. It's going to be a really busy week. Doug says even when they're bad, they're good. See, I hope so. At least I think it's. I hope it's entertaining. At least. I mean, they're toy reviews, right? So I mean, all I have to do is like just point the camera and talk about the toy. But you know, they are toys, right? They're supposed to be fun. So I try to have some fun with it. Yeah, so excellent. Well done. Those were my 4 questions. We gave away 4 incinerators. Speaking of being behind on things, as everybody knows who has received anything from me ever before, it sometimes takes me a minute excuse me, to get things sent out. So, just walk and talk. Shoot the review on the way to court and while driving home. Well, I could get a lot more done that way. That's true. Yeah, so it takes me a minute sometimes to get stuff sent out because that's just my life. But I will get them. I do always get the things sent out. But sometimes it just takes a minute. But let me put the email address in there one more time. If you are a winner, make sure you send me your address. I can't send it to you until I get your address. So, yeah. So, other than me being behind on everything and life being crazy, everything's going not too bad right now. I am keeping up with the reviews. The reviews are coming out on time. That's one of the reasons that I'm having a hard time doing anything else, is because I'm trying to make sure the reviews come out on time. It's a challenge sometimes. Just because everybody just remember, it's just me. I am only one guy. It's just me, one guy, doing all of the reviews and all of the editing and answering all of the emails and all of the things, posting things on social media, making sure people are alerted to new stuff. It's just me. And so sometimes, I get some downtime. Sometimes I get a minute. And if I happen to get stuff in at that exact moment when I have some downtime, sometimes I can get this stuff right away. Timmer's videos, happen to hit, I'm sorry, not his videos, but his early access for patrons. It happens to hit usually on Sunday afternoon, and that's a time of the week when it's some quiet time. So, when his early access comes up, I get to watch it right away because I'm free. But I try to always watch Form BX257 videos, but sometimes I just can't get to them when they first go up because I just can't. So that's just how it is. But I'm trying to get the videos out on time. That is the number one priority for me anyway, is to make sure the videos get done. So spending a lot of time in this room right here, doing a lot of work, which hopefully is a few people enjoy. So anyway, so enough complaining. I apologize. I've just spent 3 minutes complaining. No more complaining. Thank you, Joe Fan 22, GI Joe Fan 22. I will check your email and I will get your incinerator addressed and sent as soon as possible. KB says the holy trinity of Joe reviewers: Form BX257, Timmer, and Hoodie. That's right. We are the. Oh, I better not do that. Remember this. This little thing is. If I do that, you might be. It's like some kind of Arashikage mind control thing. You may go berserk. Look, I'm making everybody go berserk with the Arashikage mind control thingamajig. Thank you, G.I. Joe fan. I appreciate it. Agatha says, do you think you might review the G.I. Joe Swamp Masher this year? I'd like to. I've been wanting to review it for the last couple of years. It keeps losing. It keeps... at this point, I want it to win a poll, right? Oh, Chad sends a super chat. Thank you. It says, A, when can we expect the HCC788 motion picture? Hey, Hollywood, call me. It says, can I be your stunt double or the main villain in it? You can be both. Why can't you be both? But yeah, I'm willing to sign away the movie rights. Somebody in Hollywood, give me a call. You get them for relatively inexpensive as far as Hollywood money goes. Call me. Diamond Dallas Page equals Arashikage. So we are about at the end of the hour. It's been a fun live stream for me. I hope everybody else had a good time too. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I hope everybody had fun. At least I had an activity to do this time. Jenna is late. I'm sorry, Jenna. You missed the incinerator giveaway. You might have won one. I'm sorry. Crash Die Kathy says, it's time. We'll be in Georgia anyhow, where all movies are shot nowadays. Oh, hey, Cujo, too. Oh, man, you guys are showing up and we're about to shut it down in a couple minutes. I'm really glad to see everybody, though. I'm glad you made it. And thanks for everyone for participating in the giveaway. That was fun. Read to us. Maybe next week we will do story time. It's been a while since we've done story time. I don't know if I have any Find Your Fate books that we haven't done already, but I'll go through them and see if there are any that we haven't already done. But story time can be fun. Maybe we need to redo one. Maybe we should try again on one where we lost, right? And Doug finished listening to What's on Joe Mind, so there you go. Yes, I do go check out the What's on Joe Mind podcast. Strongly encouraged. The Killer Weasel sends a last-minute super chat. Says, in a battle, 90s or 80s would win. Okay, like in a literal battle? I prefer the 80s, of course, but keep in mind that there were a lot of figures released in the 90s. A lot. So in a literal battle, like a fight, the 90s may win just because it's of the numbers, right? Just because it has the 80s outnumbered. If you're asking for my preference, 80s, right? But I'm just saying the 90s, it's like the human wave. They just keep coming. In a battle of attrition, it's the numbers that count. I did give away all 4 Incinerators comic tropes. I'm sorry you missed it. Sorry, you're going to have to buy your own incinerator now. So sorry. But for real, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I will shut this off. I'll stop the podcast here now since we've reached the 1 hour point. I do need to... I do need to eat dinner. I haven't eaten yet. I've got some editing that I'm trying to do. So I've got work to do. But I thank you for making this an excellent break. And you guys have been really entertaining this evening. But that is it for now. We will do this again next week. I will not have any action figures to give away next week. I'm looking at maybe story time next week. But I'll see everybody next week. So thanks, everyone. Everybody have a good evening. And I will press this button here to turn this thing off. Bye.